I mean, to be injured is never easy regardless, but I think obviously with the ACL injury it's such a long one, and I think when you do it you know that you've got that long period ahead of you. It's kind of been just about taking it step by step and taking things as they come. It's not been the easiest of rehabs. I've definitely had my challenges along the way, but I've learned to overcome them, and as I say, I'm moving in a good direction at the moment. At the time when it happened, yeah, I'd obviously seen my knee as the action had happened, so I was aware that I'd managed to injure the knee in some way. Obviously there and then I wasn't sure of the extent of the injury, but yeah, obviously in the coming days after that, when we had assessed it and I'd got my scan, etc., then we knew that I'd definitely ruptured the ACL, and yeah, that I would need surgery to repair it. First and foremost, I've never actually had a long-term injury, so it was probably just the mental challenge of accepting that and dealing with that. I was aware that I was going to need surgery, I was going to have to go through a long period of rehabilitation, and yeah, I knew that I was in a good place, surrounded by good people, good teammates, and yeah, a group that were going to support me through that.
There's Jane Ross. Can she find a finish? Oh, she certainly can. Terrific from Jane Ross. Just as I mentioned, her 2 goals last week against Hearts. That is an absolutely quality finish.
And what have been the different stages, if it's possible to sort of explain that to us in a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, first and foremost, you have to go through the surgery, which yeah, then takes a period of recovery from that. And then after that you obviously need to learn to walk again, which is yeah, one of the things that I hadn't really thought about before, but just the simple process of teaching your knee how to walk again, and then moving on to obviously building strength and trying to get functional movement back again before trying to run, and then yeah, obviously bring in more dynamic explosive movement. So there's obviously step by step as you go, but yeah, I'm progressing through it. I love playing football, and I think obviously the time out at the moment to be sitting watching the team and to be not involved as much as I would like to be has been challenging and has been tough. As I say, my drive to get back to be a part of this team again and to yeah, be back on the pitch with the girls is my motivating factor. The club have been great obviously throughout the whole rehab, from the staff to the girls. They've been great obviously at keeping me involved as well. My schedule's kind of coincided well with the girls' schedule, so I'm still around the group on a daily basis. I'm still eating lunch with them, I'm still trying to join in with analysis meetings and yeah, other meetings that are going on. So I'm trying to be involved in the group and in the team as much as I can, and obviously help the team in whatever way I can off the pitch, even though I'm obviously not able to be on it at this moment in time. As I say, my first long-term injury, but to have had the support of the girls in the squad who have already been through the ACL injury and have been through the rehabilitation, to obviously be able to ask them questions along the way, or to have their support, or even just inspiration to know that they're back performing at that level again and doing what they do, then that's been massive for me to know that all these players have already been through it. So I know that given the hard work that I need to put in, hopefully I can get there too. Obviously this season we've seen a number of players, probably high profile players as well, who have done the injury, and I don't know if it's becoming more common or if it's just more commonly reported, but obviously there's a number of girls in the squad here also who have previously done it in years gone past also, so I think it's definitely important that yeah, research is done into it, and maybe there's a better understanding of what mechanisms or what is going on that is obviously causing it to happen so frequently. The league is at a very exciting point at the moment. I think the split's made it a lot more competitive this season, and yeah, it's obviously going to come down to the wire as to who wins the league this year. So I think it's definitely exciting to be watching, and obviously the cup final to play for at the end of this month too.
And how is it watching? Is it a bit more nerve-wracking than being on the pitch?
Yeah, I definitely prefer being over the other side of the white line, I'm not going to lie. And yeah, there's definitely been a lot of nervy moments for me. I'm still as competitive sitting watching as I am over when I'm playing, but yeah, I think yeah, I'd definitely rather be on the other side of the white line for sure. Off the back of the win of the Euros for England's national team, I think you can see the crowds are growing massively down there, the support's grown massively, and yeah, it's fantastic to see for women's football in general. I think also the game up here is growing season on season, and hopefully that can continue to grow and expand the same way that it is down south.
Yeah, do you feel it is important that Scotland can push as much as possible to keep growing the game here?
Yeah, definitely. I think the league's getting more competitive every year. I think the football that's on display is getting obviously better and more entertaining every year. So I think the more that happens, the more people want to come and watch, the more fans are getting involved, and I think, yeah, it's only going to continue to get bigger.
And how much does that desire that you talk about to be back on a pitch really drive you on day in, day out here?
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge motivating factor for me. It's been challenging to be sitting on the sidelines watching this season. So I think for me to get back on the ball again, to be back involved with the group on the pitch and to be hopefully contributing in games again sometime soon would, yeah, be amazing.